The more I watched Fox News and the Daily Caller's endless campaign against Media Matters for America, the more conservatives threw up all over each other. In my last video and blog post, I only listed 3 myths the right wing throws against Media Matters. Now I'm going to go more in detail with the claims of illegality put on Media Matters by the right wing. I was actually surprised to see Brent Bozell, president of the Media Research Center, go on television to discuss the recent stories the Daily Caller has put out about Media Matters. During his interview with Sean Hannity, Brent Bozell actually said he has a policy not to talk about Media Matters.
Well, let me first preface this by saying, as a matter of policy, I refuse to talk about this organization. I'm making an exception tonight because I do want to comment on it tonight.
Now that sounds similar to what happened 9 months ago when the Media Research Center dodged an appearance with Roland Martin discussing the media's role in Obama releasing his long-form birth certificate. Knowing Media Matters would appear with them, Martin said they declined, saying, quote, "They don't debate Media Matters."
You have a news network, Fox, that ran 54 segments on this in the last month, basically.
Now, it's important to know the difference between Media Matters and the Media Research Center, since both are considered to be counterparts of each other ideologically. The Media Research Center focuses on so-called liberal media bias, and Media Matters focuses on conservative misinformation. In my last video and blog post, I mentioned how Media Matters played a role for me leaving the right wing. Media Research Center also played a role when I compared the two organizations. I realized accuracy in the news media is more important than bias. I'll discuss more about the Media Research Center's propaganda model later. Bozell made my point when he falsely claimed, in order to make a case on Media Matters' bias, that Media Matters took issue with Fox News' conservative commentators and found no bias in its straight reporting. He said,
I love it when they go after Fox News and they talk about Bill O'Reilly. They go after Fox News and they talk about Sean Hannity. They don't talk about Bret Baier. They don't talk about Shepard Smith. They don't talk about the news. They talk about the commentators who are
there is an editorial.
On the contrary, doing a simple search on their website, and you'll find hundreds of articles criticizing bias from the so-called objective hosts such as Bret Baier, Martha MacCallum, Megyn Kelly, and others. So the word research in Media Research Center's name must only be a brand name. When Bozell was asked by Politico about the parallel between Media Matters and the Media Research Center, given that they both criticize the media and they're both tax-exempt organizations, he said, quote, "Media Matters stands accused of violating its tax-deductible status, and I think that fact speaks for itself." End quote. That was all Bozell had as a response. Apparently, according to Bozell's logic, until someone accuses his organization of violating its tax-exempt status, then there's a parallel. Actually, you can find many parallels between the things Media Research Center has been doing and what Media Matters is also doing that the right wing claims is illegal. Both are in full compliance with the law, but the right wing misinterpreting it, much like they do the First Amendment, puts the Media Research Center in the rumble. Both organizations, the Media Research Center and Media Matters, are 501(c) tax-exempt organizations. Both are ideologically partisan with what they write about. Both have pressured advertisers to drop programs for certain content. Both have agreed, or had agreed, that pressuring advertisers to drop an offensive program is not being anti-free speech or pro-censorship, which is the charge as of now being put on Media Matters.
They want to force people who do watch not to watch by putting this network out of business. That is censorship.
Despite the right wing pounding on the organization, they can still find nothing illegal, unethical, deceptive, or political in promoting or training candidates for public office. They're just shooting themselves in the foot over and over and over again. You'd think they'd learn checks from their tactics, but they don't.